Erin. So your message about factoring. Here's where I want you to remember what it is that we're doing. So, if we were doing a problem like this, and we had to multiply these two guys together. So, this is the end goal. Okay, hold on. Whenever we're factoring, our goal is to make our problem look like this. These are the factors. Okay, and so we would distribute 2x times x and get 2x squared, 2x times 5 and get 10x, negative 1 times x would give us negative x, and then negative 1 times 5 would give us negative 5. My pencil died. And would get negative 5. And so, if you notice, the first number is the product of the first two, right? And the last number is the product of the last two. And then the two in the middle, the two terms in the middle here are a combination of those. So the 10 came from 2x times 5, and the negative x came from negative 1 times x. So you see 2 and 5, and then negative 1 and x. So, and then we combine those two in the middle. So we get 2x squared, and then 10 minus 1 would give us 9x minus 5. So when we're factoring this, we have to figure out what combination of numbers gave us the 9x. Okay, the result of 2 times 5 gave us the 10. So I suggested y'all make what I've been calling the ACB chart. And we take the first number and the last number, 2 times negative 5, and gives us negative 10. Now remember, when we multiplied this together, here's that negative 10. So we're working in reverse. And then our B, which was 9, we had to figure out what numbers got added together to give us that 9. That's what we're trying to figure out. So we break down factors of negative 10. It could be negative 1 and 10. It could be negative 2 and 5. We could also switch the negatives and have 1 times negative 10 and 2 times negative 5. The only combination we care about is the one that adds together to give us the 9. And if we look, negative 1 plus 10, that's what gave us the 9. The other combinations won't work because none of them give us 9, negative 9. I'm sorry, positive 9, because this one would give us negative 9, and then this one would give us negative 3. So it has to be this combination right here, negative 1 and 10. And I'll tell y'all how to do this with a box. It's a more visual representation. Okay, and in the box, we put our 2x squared here and our negative 5 here, the first term and the last term. Okay, these two in the middle, these two are the ones that add up to our middle term. So just to go back to our example here, didn't we add together 10x? We combined 10x and negative 1x to get the 9x. So those two numbers are what we're missing. We want to figure out what numbers got added together to give us 9x. And using what we found in our table, that's going to be negative 1x and 10x added together to give me the 9x, right? Now I think this is the part that trips up a lot of people. To figure out what goes on the outside, basically we need to find the greatest common factor. So if I want to do this number right here, if I want to find that number, I look across at 2x squared and 10x and think, what do these two terms have in common? Look at the numbers first, 2 and 10. Well, they are both divisible by 2, so I'll put a 2 here. And then I'll look at the variables. This one has x squared and this one has x. So they have x in common. Now that I have one number on the outside, then I can start thinking about the rest. What would go here? What times 2x gives us 2x squared? Well, that is just x. And then I move to the right, or I could go down. What times 2x gives us 10x? Well, that has to be 5. And then for the last one, what times x gives us negative 1x? Well, that'd have to be negative 1. And then for the last box, we can check, is negative 1 times 5 negative 5? Well, it is. So our answer has to be 2x minus 1 times x plus 5. So my advice is to fill in all of the stuff in the box first. So let's do a different one. I gotta make one up real quick. Oops. 3x squared plus okay. So for this one, my A is 3, my C is 5, and my B is 16. So I've got 15. I need factors of 15 that will add up to 16. So 15 times 1 seems to be our answer here, because 15 plus 1 gives us 16. So in the box, we're going to put 3x squared and the 5 here. And remember, the 2 in the middle add up to the middle number. So that would be 15x and 1x. Fill in the inside of the box first, then work on the outside. And I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do this one. I need to find this number, so look down to find this number. GCF, look at 3 and 15 first. Those are both divisible by 3. They also both have x's, so 3x goes here. And then I think 3x times what gives me 3x squared? Well, that has to be x. And then 3x times what gives me 15x? Well, that has to be 5. And then I can go to the last one. What times x gives us 1x? Well, that has to be 1. And then we check the last one. 1 times 5 is indeed 5. So our answer is 3x plus 1 times x plus 5. I hope this video was helpful. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions about it.